Hi, I'm Rob Arty with Guidance Aviation. Evolution Helmets recently sent us one of their new Evo 252 helmets to do a product review on. So over the next week and a half, we're going to put this thing through its paces and let you know how it handles in the flight environment. So before we take it out to the helicopter, let's take it out of the bag and see what we got. So one of my initial impressions of the helmet already is that it's really light. It's lighter than my current helmet, and the build quality overall seems really nice. So just taking a look at a few things, let's look at the visors here. The external visor on this particular helmet seems to be a reflective finish visor, and the internal one is clear. It has your standard boom mic on the left side, which is appropriate for most helicopter operations. And one thing I did notice right off the bat that I thought was pretty interesting is the fact that the communications cable is not attached to the helmet here. It's actually removable, which will make it nice if you're switching between helicopters. So moving to the inside of the helmet, one of the things I noticed is that the interior of the helmet is finished really well. There's nice leather earpieces, and the neck support piece is interchangeable for different sizes. It looks like a really comfortable helmet. Fits good, feels like it's got a nice seal against the ears, and it is light. All right, so let's go fly with this thing, and I'll check back in a week or so. This morning we're going to do some maintenance flying in the R66 and get some initial impressions of the helmet in flight.
Okay, so now that I have this thing on my head and we're in the cockpit, some initial impressions are that the sound quality is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. My experience with helmets is sound quality is typically subpar, but it's just one of the things you deal with. And also, this being a turbine aircraft, it's doing a pretty good job of taking that high-pitched noise and canceling it out. Initial thoughts in forward flight here. We're pretty slow and got a little bit of a descent going on, so we got quite a bit of blade slap going. It's kind of resonating in the helmet a little bit, but really not what's unexpected for something that doesn't have active noise canceling. It's doing a pretty good job of keeping most of the noise down. And one of the key factors that I'm really enjoying about this thing is it's super light. It doesn't feel that much more cumbersome than a headset, to be honest with you. So now I'm turned back around and I'm flying into the sun. One of the things I've noticed right away is I like the sun visor. And not just that it's doing a good job of blocking the sun, which it is, but just the way that it's cut to contour my nose and my face. The other helmets I'm used to wearing, typically the fit and the contour, the sunshade is not, it kind of feels like an afterthought sometimes. It feels like there was some energy put into designing one that fits your face, so I like that.
So initially we were going to take the helmet out for a week and a half, but an opportunity presented itself where I was able to fly some utility work in a Bell 206 out of Texas, which was great because it gave me some more time to become familiar with the helmet. Most notably was the size and the weight. The weight is something I really appreciated. After a long day flying the helicopter, 6-7 hours in the chair, I was able to wear the helmet all day and it really wasn't bothersome. The size of the helmet is also something that's really great. A lot of helicopters don't leave you a lot of head space to move around, and flying utility work, you're always looking out the chin bubble, out the side windows, over the passenger to get on track with where you're going. And the size of the helmet was nice that I could move my head around and not bang it all over the helicopter. Another noteworthy point is noise fatigue. I honestly expected to experience some noise fatigue with this helmet. With my other helmet, which is an Alpha Eagle, I'm good for about 3 to 4 hours in it before I really want to get it off my head and take a break from flying. With this helmet, I was able to fly for 6-7 hours a day without experiencing any noise fatigue. It was a pleasant surprise. So my overall impressions of the helmet are very favorable. I do like it. There is, however, one small thing that I wish they'd change, and perhaps on future models they can adjust this. The manipulation of the external visor I found to be a bit fiddly. Perhaps if there was something that stuck up above the visor shield that you could just put your hand up and pull the visor down, that would be great. But other than that, I really enjoyed my time with the helmet and I'd highly recommend it.